we welcome you to Everbank Jaguars Game Day here on the local station. I'm Michael Kelly. We are thrilled to have you with us for another year of Jaguars football. But we begin tonight with another Blake, and that would be Blake Bortles. So much attention given to the first-round draft pick of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He was the third overall pick in May's NFL draft. Now, we're not trying to start some QB controversy. Chad Henne will be the guy starting for this team in 2014. And if Gus Bradley has it his way, it will be for all 16 games. But that said, this is Bortles' rookie debut, and Bradley tells us he expects Bortles to play the second quarter and well into the third quarter. Number 5 on game number 1. If for whatever reason the rain does return to Everbank, you have to think that will in some way affect the passing game. And if that is the case, that means a lot of reps for Jordan Todman. Now, the starting running back, Toby Gerhart, out for tonight's preseason game, still dealing with that hip flexor that's really bothered him over the last week or so. The Jags 4-4 over their final 8 games. Now, that said, a head coach's resume is defined by wins and losses, but Gus Bradley really changing the culture here in Jacksonville. We go mic'd up with the leader of the Jags. Gus Bradley knows a thing or two about the team he's coaching against tonight. That would be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He spent 3 years in Tampa, 2 of them as the linebackers coach, and it's where he met a guy named Derek Brooks. We don't have to tell you much about him, one of the great all-time linebackers in the history of the NFL. Last week, Brooks inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Now, Bradley wanted to make the trip to Canton, but there was a scheduling conflict. Saturday night also happened to be the same time the Jags were hosting their scrimmage. General Manager Dave Caldwell clearly impressed with the video scoreboards as well. He said it's like, when you look at it last year versus this year, high school to Disney World. Take that for what it's worth. Still to come on Everbank Jaguars Game Day. Some final thoughts from Sam Kavaris and Mark Brunell. Plus, who's in, who's out? We take a look at the injury report, all that and more straight ahead as we count you down to kickoff. Gus Bradley has said all along they are going to be extra cautious with these injuries as they move toward training camp. And with the season opener against Philadelphia set for September 7th, that's really the date they're concerned with. For some final thoughts on tonight's game, we go back up to the booth with Sam Kavaris and Mark Brunell. After the game is over, complete post-game analysis and reaction. But for now, we will say goodnight from Everbank Field. Bucs and Jaguars coming up next on the local station. Good night.